4000 I know that is really, really good upscaler. The 4A I think is pretty good as well. The Aja, they're working on it, but it will be doing that test. The visually, it's considered most of the time as a lossless upscale. So seeing the difference with a wipe and things like that, you would, but in an intercut program, and it's very similar to the same principle we were going to be doing with the RF cameras, because those were going to be 1080p HDR. So we'll be just extending that principle onto the other block.
Right.
So on paper and on theory and so on, that principle of the oversampling and upscaling, it should work with quite flawless.
Okay. Anyway, that will now find some window to test it, later on. Okay.
Yeah.
In that context, and it's not our case. We have many more complexities. Okay. Here.
Yes.
What's next?
There was, of course, also the topic of our special cases regarding SDR, HDR of RF cameras, mini cameras, etc. First steps have been taken. There has been made a smart sheet where we basically filter out of all the narratives for Tokyo the special cases. And I believe that Bjorn is now trying to apply some filters on that sheet, on which we can then deliver you with somehow an overview, a condensed overview, because now it's just a lot of information. We just need to make it more condensed. So I believe by next week within
The agreement, because again with those, we are freezing and then we are reopening the project, but we may also be clear to them that we will need to clarify some things in this maintenance period. Okay, and confirming this, we will not leave this, let's say, to start again next year with them. We need to take care of this period now to fully confirm, test, check whatever we want to do with this workflow.
Also, from my understanding, we do not expect something different from our vendors between now and next year and the games.
What do you mean you don't expect that?
Yeah, on a technical level, we will not have different requirements. We will not have different expectations from our vendors.
From our side?
Yes.
Look, this is the big discussion about multilateral scope and unilateral scope. What we have discussed between ourselves is that certainly in terms of engineering, our wish is that the multilateral scope remains the same.
Sure.
Okay, and of course we would wish that the unilateral scope will also remain the same. The reality is that in the multilateral scope we have some more internal weight, if you like, and we can influence the company. I think the wish is there. The reality is always a bit slightly different. Okay, so but I would say that the multilateral scope will essentially 90-something% will remain the same, because also this links to budget limitations and so on. Okay, unilateral is slightly more tricky because they are their customers, and it is expected that maybe within 1 year they would like to change some things. Okay, and from our side, we have, of course, a pressure to do it. Okay. We don't know. We can only speculate. We would say that broadcasters will probably don't want to do also themselves big changes because it would be costly, etc. On the other hand, however, it's their product and they know better. By contract. Okay.
I believe these were the key points from my side, at least with what is known today. No confirmed dates yet.
Questions? Because as I said, I mean, we are entering in some kind of, we changed the plan, okay, of course. And now we're going to have a kind of maintenance period when it comes to Tokyo. We are going to have a new engagement period when the Tokyo will become again super active next year. And of course we're going to have then the Beijing period in between all those. And this is the plan that we need to rebuild. Okay, we need to do a project plan that will include all what we need to do till Beijing, including of course the Tokyo games time period that we know in front of us. And put timelines there and understand how we're going to do each thing. Do you have any, however, question? Because this is something that we need to do in the next weeks. Okay, we don't need to do it, let's say today. We need to get a couple of weeks or something like that to build this first draft about this plan. But do you have any question in terms of how we should freeze the HDR project currently? Whether there is anything that we need to do to close the current phase, so we can, let's say, okay, this is back. Now we only need to deal with the things that have been thrown.
I think that's definitely a discussion with our key rights holders for the unilateral aspect as well, is their expectations on what's going to give next year. So that means having a meeting with NBC, BBC, there was one planned, and NHK, if required. That's what we should do.
And in that context also, at this period also it would be good also to include Discovery, okay?
Yeah.
It's fine, because, yes, I agree with this.
We need to be clear on our standpoint, though, and we need to be very clear that, yes, our multilateral aspect will not change.
But we still need to have, in order to do that, we need to have a first draft of this project.
Yeah.
We need to tell them, look, now we are planning to do this and this and this. At that time, this is how the things change, because that will be something that we would expect to hear from us.
Yeah.
So let's put this on the calendar together with the rest. So it will be part of your project that says, okay, once you have the first draft, maybe from now, actually, there is not, as you understand, a big urgency because everybody now is, first of all, under the shock of the coronavirus, and second, under the shock of the postponement. So we can say that we don't need to rush for anything beyond before the end of April or whatever. Okay. About the seminar, did we send any communication to the people that the seminar is now postponed for a time in the future?
No, not yet. So I think
we should do it.
Yes, exactly. I need to send something out, especially to the ones who did not do the seminar yet. And as well, yes. Eventually we will need to make a review plan as well. We'll not organize again a seminar for the European attendees, but we need to somehow do a review with them, maybe an online session or something. I was already thinking about it, just reviewing the content and the main topics again via an online session, for example.
Yes. Okay, but I think that for those ones that were in the pipeline, it's good to tell them, look, obviously this is not happening, and we will inform you on time about the new date, etc. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something clear that we need to do this time. Okay.
Shall I wait until the new dates are made public?
No, because we know about the postponement.
I think that we are postponing
yeah, because we have told them what was the latest communication we had with them? What is the latest time that you have in mind?
The latest one, telling them about the postponement. Yes, that was when was that? I think 5 weeks ago or something. I need to check. Honestly speaking.
Okay, based on this, based on what we told them, told them that you have postponed the one in Beijing, and we are thinking about May, and now can tell more details there in terms of the HDR implications for post-production.